And it's just like, man, like, okay, we understand everybody wants us to lose. Like, we get that. We totally 100.
We got a target on our back. Like, if you win if you win 2 national championships in a row, I don't care what team you play for, where you're from, you got a target on your back.
We understand that we're the team that's hunting right now, but we're going out and hunting people too. Like, we're not just gonna sit back and just like we're gonna come back. We're gonna come at you. So
control the controllables.
Exactly.
Athens got them boys playing pretty good ball. Anyway, I love you, son. Go dog.
Oh, we're good.
Sure. When are we going to try to get the Cavinder Twins on here?
Aren't they in the WWE now?
I don't know. They have a podcast now.
Really?
Yeah.
Invite them on right now, Tate.
Like, do you follow one of them?
Text them or something?
Sent.
It's a lot sent.
Before we get into this episode, we would really appreciate it if you guys took a quick second to like the video, subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment below. We'd really appreciate it.
He doesn't have shorts on this week, so you guys lay off the shorts in the comments.
I'm taking it easy on y'all's wives.
So it's just me and my boy Tate tonight. We could have found some guests, but it's kind of getting hard. So we're trying to find people later on in the week.
Yeah, it's all budget. We get told yes early in the week, then it turns into a no, and then we're last minute trying to find somebody. So just me and ZLo this week. Yeah. So first off, the Florida game. What was your opinion on that game?
It was really fun. First drive wasn't what we wanted it to be, but we always get better after we kind of get punched in the mouth a little bit. But as the turnovers started rolling in, it kind of felt like the 2021 game. It was really just fun, like seeing the whole energy switch, seeing like their fans went from being loud. Even when y'all went back out on the field for offense, they were still loud and into it. So really just taking their whole energy and putting it on our side, and then just keep getting turnovers. So when we get one turnover, we say they come in bunches. So 2 strip sacks, 4 sacks on total on the day. It was a very productive day for us, but still
next time y'all go. We go on a long drive, just give them a couple plays where you all get a turnover. We need a little bit of a break over there on the sideline.
Yeah, he looked at me. He looked at me after the first one. He was like, give us a couple plays. I'm like, all right, I'll try, but can't make no promises. But happy for Ty, man.
Yeah.
Him and Jaywalk, they both worked their tails off, especially Tyrion. He's been hurt a little bit earlier in this season, so getting him back out there.
He can rush the passer. Both of them can.
Bro, when Ty's geared up to go, he really can. And we tell him all the time, he's lazy during practice, but when he wants to cut it on, they're not on the line sometimes. Bro, we go back and watch. I'm just
that's how it is with Jaywalk. We're doing third down period, and Jaywalk's mugged up as a backer. Just thinking to myself, here we go.
Bro, get on the edge. Leave me alone.
That's what I'm saying. I like it in a phone booth with these bigger guys. How much confidence do you what difference does it make knowing that the offense is starting fast and they're getting things going? Does that give y'all a different kind of confidence? Does that change anything for y'all?
Oh yeah, really just wanting to get y'all the ball back. Honestly, that's our biggest objective anytime we go out on the field. As the D-line, if a team gets 3 or less on the first play, we feel like that's a win. So anytime we can get them behind the sticks and get them from getting that first down, we always feel like we're doing something right. So really just getting you guys the ball back, getting Carson the ball back, letting them get in the rhythm, whether it's giving the ball to Dejon, finding Ladd coming back.
Ooh. What a game he had.
Yeah,
I went over to him on the sideline after he scored that touchdown. I was like, it's nice to finally be able to pick you up again. But he caught that ball, stuck his foot in the ground, and it was
it was over
there.
Coach Smart talking about, don't stick the ball, not 4th down. I'm like, I wish you would have jumped. I wish you would have jumped.
We've been messing with him all week because he got caught by a D-end on one play.
What?
He made a cut, and it was kind of couldn't decide where to go.
So 94
for a second. No, 19 caught him.
Oh,
and it was down the field, but Ladd was trying to figure out where he was going to go, and it took him a second. Ended up getting caught by 19, so we've been messing with him about that.
That's the number one thing, for a receiver or any guy that catch the ball on the screen or something. I know they're scared
to cut back in.
Death to because you got 3 or 4 300-pound men trying to come take your head off. You better not come back across the middle.
And that's why I like
you better hit it, get behind your lineman, and get back to that sideline. Because if you don't, you finna catch.
My favorite part about screens is catching people not looking. Those DBs thinking they're just going to make a routine play.
I think I got caught by Florida last year. I think it was 58. He was playing right tackle, Dude came like and just hit me on the side of my face. I'm talking my hip, my helmet almost came. I'm like, bro, what are you? Like? But I see how it like translates. Like that's the block you always hope and dream for. Like nobody's looking.
Like Earnest.
Bam!
Did y'all see Ernest? Ernest block on a screenplay?
It's been everywhere.
Oh my God!
I heard about it, but I
oh my God!
When I was talking to Russ last night, he was like, he threw him into the stands, like threw him out of the stadium.
Nah, bro.
So I didn't see it.
The kid came off the ground. Whoever that DB was came off the ground. It was
EG quick slam the DM.
because in our offensive line room we do this thing. It's called Chicken Truck of the Week, and it's basically who has the biggest hit in the game. And he came off the sideline after that drive. He said, "I hope y'all know I just won it."
Did he like I was seeing it everywhere. Like, did Jeff Saturday say anything about it? Because I know he always does
Oh yeah, I think so.
he always does like the pancake.
I know Cole Kublik tweeted it out. The Joe Moore Award tweeted it out.
Yeah.
So
CBS,
he's
all them.
it got a good bit of viewership, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, he came off the sideline. He's like, "I hope y'all know I just won it."
How was it struggling getting up in the stands?
Oh my God. They caught a video of me doing it. Patrick has the video.
All I see was legs.
I started cramping, tried to get up there. And then thank you to whoever was wearing that Brock Bowers jersey. I don't know who he is, but he helped me get up there. He was pulling me. I had my pads undone, like they were unbuckled. So he started like pulling me by my shoulder, and my pads started like coming.
Just start sinking.
I was like, I'm about to fall. And then I like tried to turn to sit. I caught a cramp in my hip, a cramp in my lat, my tricep. It was a bad deal.
See, I tried it 2021, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna try this no more. Because number one, if I fall trying to get back down, everybody's gonna see this. So and it's like the little gravel right there, like the warning track on the baseball field. So it's like, it's not really.
It was like I got up there, and CBS was like, "Oh, we're gonna show this," and it was just me struggling to get up in the stands. So like, why did they do that to me? But yeah, but because in 2022 last year I didn't do it. I like completely forgot about it.
I did too.
Just went to the locker room.
I was just celebrating.
This year I was like, I'm jumping up into those stands.
I wanted to, but I was talking to Jay Boog, Pleasant, Florida. I was talking to a couple of their D linemen, just telling them boys good jobs or whatever.
The D line, them boys are big.
When I looked out and seen I looked out and seen 99, and he was towering you and Truss. I said, he is huge.
Yeah,
that boy is massive. What was his measurables like when y'all?
He's at least 6'8". He has to be at least 6'8". He is massive. I got out there. I was like, oh,
that's how you. When a big guy looks up at somebody, like that's how you know it's a different level of tall. That's like being with Darnell, bro. I'm a tall person, but when I stood beside Darnell, I'm like, bro, get away from me. Like, you make me feel small.
Like, that's how I am when playing next to Mims. I was like, Mims, I hate playing next to you because when they take pictures of us, I look tiny. But yeah, that number 99, he was huge. He's 360, I'm pretty sure.
Any trash talk out there on the field this week? Any funny stories?
Trash talk. Let's see. See, with me, I'm only gonna talk trash if I know it's gonna be disrespectful to you. I'm not just going to talk the talk. If I say something, it's going to come with some like oomph behind it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So one of their players looked at me. He was like, "So how much film y'all watching me this week?" I said, "None. You wasn't worth it."
He didn't, bro. He played a lot last year. I thought he would play a lot more this year, but
he didn't be able to meet a spin move last year. This year he wasn't. I think he put on weight.
You see that freshman they have, number 9?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he's huge. And he didn't play a lot. So I guess 88, 99.
88 could play.
Yeah.
99 could play. 94 could really play.
Yeah. And then one, he was all over the place. I looked up, I'm like, bro, Princely has 9 tackles, and this was still in the second quarter.
Well, I cleaned the pocket on him, though. You see that video?
Yeah. But shoot, on our side, their right guard went to school with Pop. So from the first drive to almost the last time we were in, they were talking stuff back and forth, so it was pretty funny. And then Truss just finishes him. Is that when Truss got the person?
Yeah. If you're a DN, if you got a sort coming to your side, don't spin back in.
Please don't, because that's what they wait for. They are waiting for you.
Oh, to sit there with hand right here, and you just staring, just waiting for him. Because in my head, I was like, oh, he's a good pass rusher. He's not just going to run by the quarterback. He's going to fight back in. Mm-hmm. I started running. There he went.
boom.
Those are also the plays you wait for the offensive line. Cleaning the pocket.
Yeah.
We call it discouraging the pass rusher.
I think somebody almost hit me with one. It might have been Chad during practice. I was working a move on the outside, and I just some just told me to spin back in, and I just see a 7 and an 8 just coming at me. I'm like, all right, here we go.
See, that's one thing. I won't do that in practice. Like if I do, it'll just be like to stop your move.
He wasn't like trying to like kill shot me or anything, but it was just like
in a game, I'm coming to like take your head off. Like in practice, it's just to stop your move, just to do my job.
Yeah,
because it's just like you don't do that in practice. But in a game, ooh, you start slobbering in the mouth, seeing them thinking about spinning back in.
So what the offense run for last week?
We ran for like 180 something.
It's always a plus.
Isn't our goal? We want to rush for 200 a game
everywhere. Yeah.
But, yeah, that hasn't happened many times this year. But we protected the passer really well.
Yeah.
I think
like 3 hurries.
I think that's something we pride ourselves on, keeping Carson clean, not letting him take unnecessary hits.
Yeah.
But something we work on a lot, as you know.
For sure.
But I think a lot of it's just communication because we watch film on all these other teams, and it's like half their sacks come from them just not communicating and being on different pages. Like, somebody thinks they're in a sort, and the guard thinks they're in a sort, and the center isn't. And he bypasses and free hit.
Yeah.
So we work a lot on that, and I think what we do in practice helps us with that. Going fast and stuff. Fast is where it's really bad because you don't have time to sit there and make all your points or whatever. You kind of have a base rule for this protection, and you go with it. But I think we've done a really good job of just winning our one-on-ones and communicating.
Yeah. From us, I know we really wanted, like we was talking about earlier in this episode, really wanted to get out the quarterback. We hadn't really had a whole lot of productivity in that aspect of the game, so really wanted to just disrupt Graham, and I feel like we really did that. We took away most of his big targets. Pearsall, who's a really good player, three missed a couple games during the earlier in the season. He came back, scored on the first
They've got a solid running back room,
bro. Yes, like plenty. Those were the 2 best running backs we played against last year, and to this point, same this year. Like they're gonna run hard. They're patient. They're very similar. So it's like when one goes out, you're getting the same thing with the other one. So it's just really just understanding like how to play as a collective group, and really just honing in on whatever it is the play is, or whatever shoe calls, and making sure we do it to a T, honestly. The Halloween party. So traditionally, we're supposed to have the Halloween party the Thursday of the bye week, but everybody was so ready to go. Like, we just forgot about it. So we tried to throw it Saturday night. Saturday night doesn't really work. Everybody, because people were still at Frat Beach. Everybody was either still at Frat Beach or trying to come back. So we were trying to throw it at Papa Smile's house. Didn't really work. So everybody just goes downtown. We have a good time. Then we came back. I think we tried to do like a little after party, but everybody was so tired.
Yeah, I stayed at the house that night. After games, it's like I want to just sit there and do nothing.
Like, I want to go out and have fun, but it's just like most of the time, like, it's just not the same anymore. Like, you know, when you first get here, you're just so ready to like to just let your
we're getting old.
Yeah, but I realized that so much. Like, I was walking from Bones. I was talking with Rhett. We were talking about just like how I've been here, and he was like, yeah, not traveling most of the time. Freshmen don't travel to games, so just being at the dorm, not really getting to enjoy the game. I'm like, bro, trust me, I was there at one point in time. Like, you're gonna be the older guy here in next year or two, and it's gonna be a freshman that's saying the same thing. Like, dang, I don't get to go to the game, I don't get to do this, that. But it's just like it all comes with time. Like,
then you get older, and you're like, damn, I don't want to make a 2-hour flight right now.
Literally, like, and you just see how fast like time really goes, bro.
Well, I feel like I just moved in yesterday.
No cap. Like,
I feel like I just got hurt.
I feel like we just won the first natty like not too long ago, and it's crazy that I'm already like I'm about to graduate next month. I'm about to graduate college next month. Like, that's wild. Like, time has really flown by, bro.
It does fly by. It's like I'm like, because all these young, I call them all the freshmen. I just call them young bulls.
Yeah,
and they're like, how do you do it? I was like, trust me. There's like no thinking about it. It just happens. And I was like, you're going to be here in your 4th year, and you're just like, damn, like I was just a freshman. It felt like yesterday.
You know, you'll be going into your 3rd dog time. You're like, where did the first 2 go?
Your 4th fall camp, and you're like, golly.
And then you're telling, yeah.
But now you're getting all the reps.
Yeah. Just tell you gonna tell them, just get to the first Wednesday. Get to the first Wednesday, you get a break, then just get to the Sunday.
See, that's the thing. During fall camp, we have a break, a day off in the middle. And everybody's like thing is like, oh, we got to make it to the end. We got to make it to the end. No, you got to make it to that first Wednesday.
Make it to the first Wednesday.
After that first Wednesday, it's all downhill from there.
Oh, because because the first 5 to 6 practices are going to be long. Because you're going to be meeting in the morning, walk through, break, practice, another break, meetings. So then it's just going doom for 5 days straight. Then you'll have like a couple hours break, come back. Then everything is really just more fast paced. Now we're starting
like, that Wednesday off just gives you like that hit. You're just like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
Golly, fall camp.
Crazy thing, bro, these past 2 Tuesdays have been like
electric.
Like, I don't know what's gotten into us, but like
our Tuesday practices have emphasized the bloody part of the bloody Tuesday.
Like, Bobby, this Tuesday,
like we're hitting.
I'm talking about. It was a little scramble in the middle of team run. We're running, trying to catch the dude, and like all I see is Coach Smart in the middle of 6 big humans trying to like, no.
Did you feel me push you?
Yeah. You and Dylan. Dylan's like, come on.
I pushed you just because I saw it was you. I just pushed you in the back.
It's like most of the time we're not even mad, bro.
We're not.
It's just to get energy at practice. Most of the time it's like some guys don't want to be out there, and it's like, and when stuff like that happens, you want to be out there. Everybody's like hype, turned up, like, okay, let's go.
Like I said last week, the best like team runs periods aren't when the defense just smokes the offense just smokes the defense. It's like when it's back and forth.
Yeah, like when offense has one good play, defense has one good play. Hey, we got some visitors. Hey, but yeah, that's like
picture.
That's always the best part. Offense has a big play. Defense might get a sack. Offense might have a screen. It might go for 60. Come right back. We might get a batted ball. Just stuff like that. It's those. That's what makes the practices much better, because it's like it's back and forth, just like a game. Just like a game.
And it's like we do that at practice. Like we all get into it, and then we're back to like best friends in the locker room, like nothing ever happened.
Right back.
Like I remember my freshman year, me and Vontae got into it. And at practice, and like I didn't really know like how things worked yet. It was my first fall camp here, and we got into it. Or it might have been, it was freshman year.
Yeah, it was.
Me and Vontae got into it, and I didn't really know how things worked. And then he like walks up to me in the locker room. I'm like, oh God, here we go. And he just like walks up and like daps me up. I was like, okay, yeah, like this is how it is.
You know what really put things in perspective? We were in Bones the other day, and Collier was singing "Allegations" by Pooh Shiesty. I was like, nobody else in the country.
Collier, she went to Athens Academy. She's a private school kid. So it's her singing that is, she's a Swiftie,
like
as she calls herself. Like we got in a screaming match that Taylor Swift wasn't as famous as Beyonce.
Beyonce's famous now.
I know.
But Taylor Swift,
she's on another. I said now it's in relevancy because it's in your line of work now.
Yeah.
Before all this happened, she wasn't.
Just like we're a lot different from a lot of teams. Like we're so tight knit. Like we can like say things and do things that I feel like a lot of teams just.
I tell people all the time, if you sat in our offensive line meeting, you'd think we all hate each other. You know how our offensive line is.
Yeah.
Oh, we're sitting there like making fun of each other, and like there's sometimes that you sit there and you're like, okay, like that might be a little too far.
Making fun of Say's beard, making fun of Mims' dreads.
And then we all end up turning on Lou at some point. Truss and Coach Searles, oh my God.
Them at practice, he told Truss the other day, he said, Truss, you don't got to worry about it. I'm on Tate's case today. I heard him, I was just like, oh my God.
He said, Truss, just do whatever you want today. He said, it's all Tate's fault. But like, that's another, like, I can walk up to Coach Searles' office at any point in the day and literally sit there and talk about whatever.
You know.
Like, me and his high school are playing this week. And I told him today, I said, Darlington wins, you're wearing a Darlington shirt on Monday. He said, all right, only if you wear a Tryon shirt on Monday. I said, you got a deal.
That's like when you get in the league and your old teams play each other.
Yep. But we always mess around. He said, this is our biggest rival. I said, Coach, you weren't a rival until this year. I said, we kicked y'all's ass every year I was in high school. And then we got another kid from Darlington, Gus. And Gus,
I didn't know Gus went to.
Yeah, Gus went to Darlington, and we never played together. I don't think we did. Yeah, we never played together. But then I'll be like sitting there talking to Coach Searles about it. Gus will be chiming in like, "Damn right, Coach."
No, bro, when he did Bobo in the freshman skit, he did him so like to the T. He was like, "Yeah, Coach, we do that every night." He was like, "We're talking about Drew's snaps or whatever." No, it was hilarious.
We snap at the house every night.
Snap at the house every night.
Oh my gosh.
CFP rankings. Did you see it on Tuesday night?
No, I didn't even watch it.
I didn't.
I didn't even know it was happening.
I just seen the ticker. I just seen the ticker come down on my phone, and it says Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan, Florida State, and whoever else is at the end. I really didn't, but I was just like, okay, this is gonna get brought up in the team meeting, so I just didn't even look.
But fun fact: did you know that only 2 of the people who started off at number 1, and since the college football playoffs have came out started, won it? Fun fact: us and
I think was it Bama?
Bama maybe. Oh, LSU.
Yeah.
So those are the only 2.
And it's just like, man, like, okay, we understand everybody wants us to lose. Like, we get that. We totally
We got a target on our back. Like, if you win
like,
if you win 2 national championships in a row, I don't care what team you play for, where you're from, you got a target on your back.
You win however many straight you guys have won in a row. What is it?
25 now.
25 at this point, yeah.
The only reason I know that is because that Florida offensive lineman brought it up.
oh, just like, I was gonna say that.
I didn't even know we were 24-0 or whatever. And then he said, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
It was the last drive that I had played. I just came out, and it was like a TV timeout, or somebody had got hurt. So he's still standing on the field. And I was like, yeah, 24-0, about to be 25 in the next like 12 minutes. He was like, yeah. Came to him after the game. He was like, yeah, bro, I just said it. I had to give my team some kind of confidence. I'm like, confidence? What?
False claiming confidence.
Like, what kind of confidence is that? Like, not until they play. Like, I mean, I understand, like, you're trying to hype your team up, but, like, don't go to the extreme of giving people, like, bulletin board material. Like,
but realistically, at the end of the day, the only thing number 1 gives you is picking where you get to play. As long as you're there.
yeah.
The social media teams for Ohio State,
Yeah.
all the other 4 different ones. I forget who. It was like the Dogfather or something on Twitter posted it. But it was, like Ohio State posted, number 1.
Ohio State, Michigan, and
FSU
posted, and I was just like,
Bloody
Tuesday. It was a bunch of,
Yeah.
yeah, but that was, I don't know. It, like I said, as long as you're in the top 4.
As long as you're in the question. Like, as long as you're in the conversation about it, like, you're doing something
1
right.
or 4.
You're doing something right.
You're doing something right. It doesn't matter. As long as you get a shot at it, you're there.
But, I mean, it's like we really don't, like, it's just like last year when they, like, we about to play Tennessee, they moved us to 3, they moved them to 1. Like, I don't think I heard anybody talk about it until, like, right before the game. And it was just to, like, give people motivation of,
I don't think after they did it, was it Tuesday night?
Yeah.
I don't think I heard anything about it on Wednesday in our facility.
Like, it's just like, it's not something that we're just driven by. Like, we understand that we're the team that's like this hunting right now, but we're going out and hunting people too. Like, we're not just gonna sit back and just like we're gonna come back. We're gonna come at you. So
Control the controllables.
exactly.
I think a lot of people think that like you guys care more about that. Like they make it a big production on TV and they put you guys at 2 and I think a lot of people out there are like, oh, what do the players think about this? Like, does this give them like a bunch of motivation? And actuality, it's like you guys just
could care less.
You guys just play football every week and try to do your best every week.
Literally.
Like them putting us at number 2, I don't think has any effect on our approach. Because like our offensive line 2 weeks ago, we're about to play Vandy on Monday night. We're in there till 10:30 watching film on them, and we do that every Monday. So like, oh, they ranked us number 2. That's not like, oh, we need to go prepare more or anything like that. It's like, no, we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing.
Right.
Yeah, you keep it in the back of your mind, but like,
it's like those things you think about, like when it's like this the 3rd and 1s.
Like, no, you don't like being disrespected. But
yeah. It's
at
like,
the same time, there's no point in just letting it eat you alive.
oh, we're not number 1. Oh, we're finna show you where we're number 1. Get this first down right here. Then we're gonna score. Like that. Like, I think about it, like stuff like that. Like at those type of times, like the small, just stuff like that. But
Yeah, I don't go out there and like try to miss a block.
Like I'm not going out there trying.
Like
I
don't go out there. I'm like, ooh, on this play, I'm gonna miss this block.
Like I'm not going out there trying to like get pushed 13 yards off the ball. Like, come on now. Like, what?
Matthew, you want to introduce yourself? You're from here.
So I'm from Canton, Georgia. Lived here for the past. This is year number 3 now. Fall number 3 now. So I mean, I followed football about as tough as I can. Tate, one question that I wanted to ask you was, especially given everything that happened in the off season, they hand out the honors of putting 77 on every week for some offensive lineman. Is there any extra emotion that goes into getting the honors of that, and what's it like?
Definitely. I'm wearing it this week again, and the first time I wore it, I forgot about it. Like they told us that Friday who was wearing it, and it was me, and I walked in our locker room and I saw his jersey, saw 77, my name on it, and I'm not gonna lie, I teared up a little bit. Like I got a tattoo for him, and so he's always like with us. We got a picture of him in our offensive line room, and there's not many days that there aren't any days that we go by not thinking about him. So yeah, I think it's separating, not seeing it as pressure, but as like an honor, because you can't go out there thinking like, oh, I'm wearing Dev's number, I gotta go out there and play perfect. It's like it's an honor to wear his number, and I'm gonna go out there and do exactly that. So I think it's kind of, yeah, it's really sad what happened, and it affected all of us, and still does to this day. But it's honoring him at the end of the day, and it's I really like it. I think it's really cool.
It's something that, from an outsider's perspective, it was really good to see kind of the team to come together, especially the offensive line group.
Yeah,
to have that tradition. And then Zion, this one's more game oriented here, but Brady Cook has been really good on third down. I think I saw somewhere Jonathan Williams posted something for Sports Illustrated, and Brady Cook has 8 touchdowns on third down. And I know third down, big down, especially against a team with playmakers that Missouri has. Is there any added emphasis or anything throughout the week in practice on third down and stopping those guys in the secondary?
No, not really third down per se. We know third down is probably one of our strong suits right now, and they're very good at third down as well. He's been playing out of his mind this season. His receivers, Luther, Theo, their backs been playing very well. Their coaches have been putting them in the great positions to ball. So he's really just showing like what kind of player he really is. But our biggest thing is trying to fix our red area, because our red area is shits right now.
I think Mike Hill called it frustrating.
Yeah, it's like, because when you look at our defense, we're so good in different areas. Like in so many areas we're either 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but when you get down there, we're 124th. Like people really don't get down there a lot, but when they do, they score. Yeah. So it's like, it's so frustrating, because most of the time we stop teams from even getting down there, but when they do, it's like off of a long pass or off a long run. So they try to like hurry up, get to the line and score. So I really don't, it hasn't been a big emphasis on third down. Just, I think I'll probably say the red area.
Like from our point of view, like for third down, you're good on third down, right? You're good on first and second down.
Facts.
Makes it a lot. 3rd and 4, a lot easier than 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
So I think as an offense, we do a good job of staying out of those 3rd and long situations. And I think that's why we're so good on third down, because we're both, top 5?
Yeah, top 5
in the country on third downs. So y'all do a really good job of keeping teams behind the sticks, and we do a really good job of staying in front of them.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of how it plays in from both perspectives.
And that's where it goes back to when I say, like, from first down, if they get 3 or less, like, that's a win for our defense as a whole. Mm-hmm. It's a second down, it's 2nd and 7 or 2nd and 8. Now you get a TFL. It's back to 3rd and 12. Now it's 3rd and 11. So now you can really pin your ears back and go.
Because I remember Bobo came into offensive meeting and pointed somebody out. I don't remember who it was in the offensive meeting room. They're like, so he's like, so and so, how are you good on third down? And they start going on this long, like trying to explain it. I said, wrong. He said, you're good on first and second. So what's that?
I think Coach Smart asked Del. He was like, he tried to go on the long spiel. He was like, no, just read it first and second down. He's like, just look at the screen. Win first and second down.
And that's what, especially early in the year, I think Bobo and Beck both got a lot of hate that personally, when I watched the games, I didn't understand it. I didn't fully get it. I know there was a lot of older middle-aged crowd that were really vocal about their displeasure with Bobo before. They weren't happy with it after that. Does that frustrate y'all?
Definitely.
You hear that stuff?
You see it and you hear it. It's hard not to. I mean, they're talking about your offense and your coach. So, like, playing for Coach Bobo and know how hard he works and everything, and especially with Carson. I lived with Carson for 3 years up until this year. Seeing how hard Bobo works to put in the right game plan and put us in the right positions. And at the end of the day, he can call whatever he wants. We got to execute. And a lot of that was just one or two people messing up every play. Like, up front, we'd have a tackle for loss, and it's 4 people doing their job great and 1 person not. And it was like we'd take turns doing that, and I think it kind of took a little bit to get that under control and kind of gel that as an offense. But, yeah, I think it does frustrate people because it's your coach. You see what he does day in and day out, so you respect it. Yeah. And same thing with Carson. Carson's taken full control of this offense, and I think has gotten more comfortable, especially now. I'm sure people can tell that. But, yeah, it definitely makes you mad.
Yeah. That's what you guys looked, especially these last couple of weeks, a lot more coherent on offense together as a group, I guess, just from an outsider's perspective. And it silenced a lot of those people that were.
Definitely. Carson's thrown for over 300 yards in how many games now? All of them? Almost?
4 or 5.
Yeah. I think it's 5 straight. So Carson's definitely stepped into that role, and I think.
Which we all knew what kind of quarterback he was. He just
he can sling.
Like he just didn't have the reps and the because they definitely wanted to stay loyal to Stet because Stet he'd been here, gone, came back, and like I really think he learned from Stet. Like, and he was never the guy that was mad about Stet playing over him. Like he really adopted that role of being the guy who Stet could lean on, because they came off the field and I seen them talking all the time. Him, Brock, Gunner, and Stetson, and they all would sit beside each other and talk. So really, he really molded himself over the past couple years, and now you're seeing.
Now he's done a really good job, especially his past couple weeks of taking control of the offense.
Yeah,
I made him so mad today. Speaking of, so I don't know if y'all saw it, but that draw play that he got stopped on the 5. And we were in another one today, and got mad at him for not going to the left. And I went up to Carson. I said, we're running all these Stetson design plays for you. He didn't like that one. He said, bro, I'm mobile. I said, if you were mobile, you'd have scored at Florida.
I'm like, why did he not and it's different because we're not in his shoes. So it's like he might have seen something different.
Yeah, that's what Coach Charles says. It's easy because I got the clicker, but
yeah, most of the time, you're not in his head. You don't. He might have been thinking, oh, if I set him up this way.
That's what he was thinking.
Yeah. So,
but I mess with him like that because we have that kind of relationship, so I can.
Yeah.
But
and lastly, Zion and y'all talked about comparison, with Stet the last couple of years now to Carson, is you've had 2021, you had N'Kobe and Jordan, all those guys on defense. Channing, who's a 3rd-round pick, and you roll it every year. It's a different defense. And they're I hear a lot of they're not the same they were on defense. It doesn't feel like a fair comparison. What do you try to be just week in and week out? What are y'all year to year?
Just the standard of Georgia defense, just standard of Georgia football, period. I know as a front, we haven't stopped the run to our standard. It's been points in the game that teams might have had 40 yards, and we're like, yes. And they have a long run for 35, and now they're sitting at 77 yards. You're like, what is going on? And they have another one, and now they finally cracked 100. You're like, they ain't pistol drop all day. Now they have 2 big runs. Now they're sitting over 100. Yeah. So it's we're playing really good, but it's at times it might be one misfit. One guy was a step too late. Now he's about to hit his head on the goalpost. But it's just playing to the Georgia standard, not really listening to the Rat Boys, and like Coach Smart says, just really staying true to who we are, because everybody's gonna have an opinion about us. We're the back-to-back natty champs, so everybody's gonna have something to say. But the only opinions that really truly matter are the people who's in that building that goes to work every day, and who sits in those meetings, sits in those seats, and really understands and grasping the game plan.
I agree, especially the rushing yard part.
Bro, I get so mad every time.
Oh,
every time I look up, I'm just
we look up, look at us hey boys, we're getting out rushed now, and we go out there and try to change it.
Auburn, I was pissed the entire day, But like as soon as we got back,
You're telling me.
as soon as we got back, like we really watched the film. We're like, dang, we really played good. But it was literally just a couple misfits. Like a guy was just like a second too late. So it's just, it's the like football. Like coaches get paid to make plays put their team in position to make plays. So it's like they get paid to do a job, like just like our coaches get paid to do a job. So
I've done my best job of trying to erase that Auburn game from my memory. Lord, that was a rough day for old 69 out there. Then Coach Smart gave me media the Monday after the Auburn game, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding!" He walked out of the media room. He said, "Sorry to do it to you." You got to be kidding me. Like, so what would you say about your play against Auburn? I just sat there. I was like, "Here we go." But I've improved
a lot.
I will hopefully not let that get knock on wood. I will not let that game happen again.
I got you, buddy.
But yeah,
so speaking of bad games, we have a segment called Trench Talk. It's something that hasn't gone very well for you in the past month, week.
It never has. I'm a negative person.
It was started with Tate. Tate is the culprit of why Trench Talk started. So
yeah, I'm a pretty negative. Oh, I'm positive. I just come off as negative. I just say a bunch of things that probably shouldn't be said to the general public.
Yeah.
Yeah. But people always say, like, you always got to take something I say with a grain of salt.
You have to.
Like, yeah, it just has to be that way or you'll hate me. But my trench talk this week has nothing to do with my feelings or anything. I went to buy a rifle on Monday. Academy had it in stock. I've been looking for this one. Haven't been able to find it online to order it, to send it to a FFA dealer so I could pick it up. So Academy had it. I go in 20 minutes after they open. Walk back to their gun section. Guy's sitting there buying it.
Last one?
I said, when will y'all get another one? I said, is he buying that rifle? He said, yeah, he is. I said, oh, great. He said, when will y'all get another one? He said, we probably won't. He said, this one was bought from another academy and returned here. Never been shot. He said, but we probably won't get another one. So I was not happy about that.
That's it.
And then the other place that had the same gun I wanted, just not in the right caliber, they had it in 300 Win Mag, which is a really big bullet. Uh-huh. It's a really light gun. So my shoulders are already not well as they are. So I like to keep them as best as possible. And shooting that gun would not be enjoyable. But that's definitely my trench talk.
My trench talk.
Last week you didn't have one.
Probably just getting up the crack of dawn to work out on Wednesday. Like my days it already gets started early, and then
I don't have class on Wednesdays now. So I'm there at 8:30 to work out when I could just sleep on it till whatever I want.
So it's like, and then I have to pick up because I don't get to go back home. So it's like I work out, then I got to go right to class. So it's like I have to pick out what I got to wear.
Y'all should see ZLo's on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I walk into the facility. Meeting started at 2:10. I walk into the facility at 1:45 or 1:50. Some days they might tell us, "Oh, you got a meeting with Coach." Like the leadership group has a meeting with Coach Smart at 1:55. How am I supposed to get ready for this meeting in 5 minutes?
ZLo walks in the training room and always gets spatted like 10, 15 minutes before meetings. ZLo walks in there, just drops his cleats, and he's just sitting there like this. I'm like, I'm sorry.
He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, long day. Don't ask. Sitting, I love my sign language class, but sitting in one spot for an hour and 15 minutes, like not saying a word, then having to go sit in meetings for 2 hours, then go to practice is not fun. And it's on the worst day.
The worst
Tuesday.
Because I remember they were scheduling my class, and they're like, hey, we have this class that starts at like 1, or it's a later class. It starts at like, what is it, 12:50 does it start?
12:45.
12:45. And they were like, do you want to? I was like, no, do not put me in that class. It's like, do not. They were like, well, why not? I was like, if you want me to go to that class, do not put it on my schedule.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was.
Would you rather practice in the morning or in the evening?
Oh, because I know Tennessee practices in the morning, and I'm friends with one of their centers. They're two of their centers actually, but I talked to this one center. His name's Addison Nichols, and he said that they practice in the morning. They start meetings. They have like a shorter meeting at like 7.
Okay.
And then they go practice. And then they go back to their day, and then they have meetings at like 5. And it's like our pre-practice meetings. That's what they have at night, and then they're done. But he said, like, if you don't have class, like, you're just chilling until meetings. It's like you get it over with. So I'll say this: earlier months of the season, give it to me in the morning.
Yeah,
that heat. Yeah, but I don't know.
I would not want to practice like this time right now. I would not want to practice in the morning.
Oh no,
not at all.
No.
We would be in the indoor every day.
There's nothing worse.
We got to go inside
than pulling and hitting somebody when you're cold. Everything hurts worse, especially when you're getting old. Started to feel my age lately, but I think I'd stick with it in the afternoons. Now, it's our complete opposite. It's the fist pump feature of the week. Oh, actually, Matthew, do you have a trash talk?
Had a pretty good week so far.
Maybe this one. Bobby, you got one?
Bobby does have one.
Yeah, he does. ZLo was right. We talked about it at dinner. I got to drive 4 hours to Charlotte tonight. I'm running my half marathon Saturday. So I have 2 trips.
You're a better man than me.
Half marathon Saturday morning. It's going to be 37 degrees, I think. So, not looking forward.
If you ever see me running outside of Buttsmere Heritage Hall in our UGA football practice facility, call the cops because somebody's chasing me. Oh, you're a better man than I am.
It's going to be cold, man. It's going to be cold. I'm not looking forward to it. So,
praying for you, man.
13 miles.
But now on to the complete opposite, which is the fist bump feature of the week, which is something positive or good that's happened in your week. And I got mine right now. So I bought this jacket. It's a Peter Millar jacket. High quality jacket. Very comfortable. I'd recommend it to anybody. But
Peter Millar, sponsor him.
Please. Y'all are expensive. I was feeling around in my pocket the other day, and I was like, what is this in my pocket? I just got this jacket. It's a bottle opener in the pocket.
In the jacket?
In the jacket. It's attached. It's pretty sick. If I could have had this when I was like going to bonfires all the time, that'd have been elite. This is elite. This is game changing.
Yeah, you won't be getting rid of that jacket anytime soon.
Nope. I mean, how many times have you needed a bottle opener and didn't have one? You got one now. That's definitely my fist pump feature.
Quite convenient. My fist pump, probably getting to talk to my goddaughter on Halloween. She was Minnie Mouse. She was bouncing off the wall. She had my boy said she had a Twix, a piece of his Airhead, and some Starburst. And when I say I called her and she did a cartwheel.
You showed me that video. She's adorable.
Oh yeah, she did a cartwheel. Then she was like rolling all over the ground. Did you ever get a Halloween present?
No.
This girl's so spoiled. She got a Halloween present.
Her dad ain't never gonna be able to tell her no.
Literally, last week she got like 3 pair of shoes, and she wanted to wear them all right out of the store. She didn't want to wait. I'm like, girl, you are spoiled to death. But I love her though. It's my girl.
I feel like it's hard not to spoil your kid to a certain extent. Because I know I will. Because that's what my dad says. He was like, for me, it's always been easier to tell you no than my sister. He was like, he said you won't understand it until you have one of your own. He said it's just different.
Yeah. Got a fist pump?
I'll be calling high school playoff games. That's pretty cool. Play-by-play for some First Georgia High School Playoff, NFHS Network. So it's
pretty cool. Matthew, you got one?
It's pretty small, but I wake up every morning, Monster, every morning, just routine, and I'm running low.
What flavor?
White, generally.
My man. My man. Ooh, my man.
It's beautiful.
White Monster's the way to go.
Yeah. But I woke up to a text from my mom one morning this week, and she's like, they were on sale, and it was just a delivery information of a pack of Monsters. They got here today.
Gotta love Mom.
That's great.
Gotta love Mom for
yes,
that.
like
that is amazing.
I'm a baby.
I don't know if you knew this, but I'm like a caffeine enthusiast.
Oh, dude, I think I average probably like 1.5 a day at least.
So,
Will, now it's
you've
time.
never drinking coffee?
No, never drinking coffee a day in my life. Never. I used to hear that
actually
like energy drinks as a whole just stuns your growth. So it's like So I always wanted to be tall. I always wanted to be tall. I always wanted to be tall. So it was like, okay, let me stay away from those. Like I took a 5-round energy once, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna grow anymore. Like dang.
I started drinking coffee at probably like 8th grade year, freshman year of high school, and just have never looked back. And since I've gotten here, it's only gotten progressively worse.
And I've always been like a self-starter too. So it was like,
I'm not.
I'll need some music, and I've always been like a morning person. So.
I'm like a lawnmower. You gotta
Prime me a couple times.
Yeah, prime me a couple times. Now I'd say the consensus favorite segment is our blind draft. We're doing home appliances.
Yeah, we got home appliances today, boys. This one's going to get interesting because obviously I feel like there's a lot of disparity between what's your favorite home appliance because a lot of these are necessities, right?
Yeah.
First one we got is a microwave.
Ooh. I'm going to go 2 because I know what I want to put at my 1, and I don't know if you have it on your list.
I hope he has it on here. So I'm going to go microwave. Put it at 2, too. I'll probably put it at 2.
Coffee maker.
1. There it is.
5.
There it is.
I don't drink coffee.
1. That's what I was saving it for.
I don't drink coffee.
That's what I was saying when you said you hope so. I was like, mine and yours are completely different.
I was about to say, I thought I would know. It may not be on this list, but I think maybe I know which one you're talking about. Third one here is the refrigerator.
I'll go 3. It's where I keep my cold snacks.
3. So 2, 3, 5 right now.
So you got 1, 2, and 3 already.
Cold snacks is beer, for those of you who don't know it.
4, we got oven.
5.
4. Please tell me you have what I'm thinking for the last one.
5 is washing machine.
4.
Were you thinking shower?
No, I was thinking air fryer. Oh, Bobby.
I like
Come
that.
on.
I'm completely content with my list.
I threw ZLo in the loop.
I just knew he was probably he was gonna say air fryer. I just knew it, but it is what it is.
Speaking of showers, there's a couple kids I know that need to make that their favorite appliance. Bad.
You talking about guys on the team?
You know who I'm talking to. I'll point at the camera, not you.
They know exactly what we're talking about.
I guess that's the way to end it tonight.
That is the way to end it tonight.
But
Matthew, we appreciate having you on.
it's always fun.
It's been a pleasure.
Once again, hit the like button, hit subscribe, leave a comment if you want to. And we're out of here.
Deuces.